Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I am Chef Marcus Giuliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is exercise, being active. Man, growing up, I was active in school. My family was never really an active family. We never really went hiking. In fact, that's an overstatement. We never went hiking. We never did anything like that. I rode my bike around the neighborhood. Sometimes my mom would get on her bike. That was a very rare occasion. I can remember literally a handful of times going to play tennis with my mom as a kid. We just weren't that active, and neither was my wife's family. And it's so important to be active with your kids and get your kids on the right mindset and early conditioning. That being active is just so important. I want to talk about running today. I was never a runner, and I always told myself there's no way I can run. See, I was asthmatic, and I was overweight and for years, and I was just like, there's no way I can run. I didn't start running until I was 30 years old. Was the first time I really went out on a track and ran. And here's the facts of running. I hear a lot of people say the same thing. I just can't run. I just can't run. Wrong. The human body is designed to run. We have a lot of features on us that point us to being evolving as runners, not fast runners. You think of cheetahs and those are fast runners, or horses. We're designed to be distance runners. In fact, the point of this video I want to make is all of us can start running at some point in our lives. No matter what our condition, no matter how overweight we are, no matter you can start somewhere. In fact, our bodies are so designed to run. We're the only species on Earth with an Achilles tendon. An Achilles tendon goes from our backside of our leg, up our backside of our leg on the bottom side. And the Achilles tendon is basically a rubber band. That rubber band is for, guess what? It's for running. We are built to run. We're designed to run. We're born to run. It's our instinct. It's our nature. Okay? That Achilles tendon is there for a reason. It's because it's there to absorb the shock. It's a big shock. It's a big rubber band. It's there for us to go the distance. So we're designed to run. Our bodies are all equipped with the same thing. We are designed to run. So at this point, how do you start running? Well, you start running by putting one foot in front of another. And who cares if you can only go? I remember my first time I went on the track, I could only do one lap around the track. That's a quarter of a mile. Could only do one track. This Sunday I'm running an 18-mile race with my son, my 9-year-old son, a mountain race. So you just need to start somewhere. Now, of course, I've been running for a good 10 years now, 9 years I've been running. But you need to start at some point and make the first step and get it out of your mind saying, well, I'm not a runner and I can't run. Wrong. We're all given the same things. We all have Achilles tendons. We all have our bodies. We are born to run. In fact, we have a balance ligament right behind us right here that is another thing for us to another indicator that we are runners. This thing balances as we stand up and we run. In fact, we're the only species that can actually recover ourselves breath-wise when we run. Dogs, horses, they can't sweat like us. Dogs, they have to sit down and pant. They actually have to sit down and have a break. They have these good spurts of energy, but they're not distanced and they're not designed. In fact, some species can't even breathe when they run, like lizards. The lizard starts bolting, they're not breathing. So the neat thing about us is we can actually recover from when we actually run. Our breath, we can actually recover during the fact of running. These are huge aspects that other species just don't have. A lot of these other species, it's all or nothing. It's an all-out jet, all-out bolt, and that's it. So really embrace what we've evolved to be, and you will find that the more you start running, there's every age you can possibly start running. There's no really say I'm too old to run. Gary Null, who has his support group in the city to run the New York City Marathon, they start every April, I believe. They meet every Sunday in Central Park. And he doesn't care what age you are. And there's 65-year-old people, 70-year-old people for the first time that are getting out there and running. And that run the marathon in the fall. Within 6 months, you can condition your body to run a marathon at any age. It's amazing. Look at the gentleman who ran the, I think it was the Montreal Marathon last fall. 100 years old. He didn't start running until he was 88. His wife passed away and he was looking for something to do. So he started running. Now, a lot of people say, well, I have injuries from running. That's because you're wearing the wrong shoes, or you're wearing shoes in general, or you have the wrong nutrition. You're eating all that meat and stuff, and all that lactic acid, and all that waste is building up in you, and your body can't recover. You really have to eat much more of a vegetarian-friendly, raw foods, high energy, high carbohydrate, high fruit diet to be a really good runner and really adapt. Is it necessary? It works better. A lot of people say, oh, my knees are shot and this and that. That's because your body's on the wrong diet or you have the wrong shoes. And there's a whole study on shoes. The more you spend really doesn't mean anything. You know, there are good running shoes out there for the good prices. I'm sorry, for the expensive prices, but that doesn't really equate because you're spending a lot of money on a running shoe that you're getting a better running shoe. You need to go to somebody who can fit you for the proper shoe. You can't go to a big box store and just buy a sneaker. I had problems for about a year and a half when I would run over 45 minutes. This is the beginning of my running career. Right up my knee, right in the middle of my knee, with just this excruciating pain. Right after I actually stop running and like walk home. And I said, what in the world's going on? I was wearing the wrong brand of shoe because of my arch. I was wearing the wrong size of shoe. I went to a big box store and I measured a size 12. I wore a size 12. What did I know? What did they know? You know, you have some kids there just measuring you. You need to go to a specific store that specializes in running shoes and get professionally fit and have them explain. And the person I went to explained to me the whole chain reaction on everything in my toes were locking up and swelling and going up. First time back with new shoes, different brand, and a totally much bigger size. No pain whatsoever, gone the first time. It's amazing. So we're born to run. We're designed to run. It's in us. The more that we run, the younger we stay. You can start running at any age. Here's another point. Did you know that running, you know, any age can compete with any age. You run these races, a 20-year-old can compete with a 65-year-old. There's no other sport in the world where there's a level playing field with that much of an age difference. Baseball, football, soccer, you don't put a 65-year-old out there to compete with a 20-year-old. It doesn't happen. In running, it happens, okay? This is the neat thing about it. And running is really an amazing sport. And it's not like you have to buy a gym membership. It's inexpensive to do. Get out there and start, and get out there and do it. We are designed to run. Embrace that. We've evolved to run. I'm Marcus Julian. I'm a chef on a mission. Go out and run.